Hey guys, my name is Shrish. So I have been into manual photography for a while now. A while back I did the same video on the Poco X2 as well, where I basically captured a lot of light trail shots, and actually I captured most of those images under manual mode and using a tripod. So with the Oneplus Nord, I thought of doing it again, and this is just it. I went out on a spin wearing a mask, of course, and I did capture some images, and here's how they turned out. Now, due to pandemic, not a lot of stuff was happening in the city. Like most stores which I intended to use as my light source were actually closed, so I wasn't really left to a lot to play around with, which is why most of these images are long exposure shots. So if in case you are expecting something more creative and that kind of stuff, so I'm really sorry for that. Like, there was literally nothing happening in the city. There were just cars and vehicles around, and that was the only thing that I could play around with. Now, if I speak about the phone itself, I won't say it is as good as the Sony IMX686, the sensor that we get to see on the Poco X2 when it comes to capturing light, for obvious reasons. I mean, I remember at slower shutter speeds and the minimum ISO that was 100, the Poco X2 was capturing overexposed images during nighttime as well. Even after setting the exposure compensation to somewhat minus 2.0, the images were actually coming out overexposed. And I personally was surprised back then with the low light performance of the Poco X2, because of course the sensor itself on the Poco X2, it's quite a lot powerful. On the other end, the Nord doesn't really let that much amount of light inside, but I do feel that it does a great job when it comes to capturing light. It does provide you with sufficient amount of light that you generally would need to capture low light images. So I don't really have any complaints with the sensor on the Nord as well. In fact, the images coming out of Nord as well, they are pretty much very great. If we talk about the noise level, the images start getting a bit noisy after ISO 400. But I guess if you are shooting manual and if eventually you are going to edit those images, then you'll probably in the first place shoot at 100 ISO or minimum ISO. And then you might also add some sort of noise reduction to it if you have captured the image at a higher ISO. So that's not really a concern over here, because of course manual mode and tripod. But yeah, the images turned out nice, I guess. Now, a couple of things to note. I did capture most of those images under RAW mode, but the thing was that just like most other phones, OnePlus Nord as well, it made two copies of the images that I was capturing. One was a standard JPEG and the other one was in .dng format. So the images that you saw up until now were mainly .jpeg files or JPEG files. But yes, I did as well play around with the raw images that I had captured. I edited them, and here's how they look. Was just a very quick video. I won't say that this is a proper tech video as such, but yeah, this is something that I enjoy doing once in a while, and I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. If you did, be sure to leave a like, drop a comment, because it really helps me stay motivated. And yeah, I guess I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching.
But that's not the truth. Everyone always keep falling in love again.